Before you pack a single box to move to Okoboji or the Iowa Great Lakes area, there are a few things you need to hear first. This is one of the best places in the Midwest to put down roots. I'll argue that any day. But it has a few trade-offs, and I'd rather you hear about those from me than find out on your own after the moving truck's already gone. Let's start with what actually makes this area what it is, the water itself. Most people hear Okoboji and picture one lake, but this is actually a chain of lakes. West Okoboji, East Okoboji, and Big Spirit make up the big three. These three most people have already heard of, but the chain doesn't stop there. You might not know this, but this chain actually holds 6 lakes, plus one down the road. Not just the big three. There's Upper Gar, Lower Gar, and Minnewaska all connected to the same system. And just 10 minutes west in Lake Park, you've got Silver Lake too, all inside Dickinson County. All that water is exactly why there's never a shortage of something to do around here, starting with summer. Summer around here means boating and lake days every weekend. Live music on the shores of West Okoboji on select nights at the Preservation Plaza in Arnold's Park, an amusement park sitting right on the water, and multiple golf courses within a short drive of wherever you land. This is just to name a few options, when really, the options, they just seem endless. And when the weather turns, the fun doesn't stop, it just changes. Have you ever tried fishing when the leaves change colors or the lake freezes over? Well, fall around here produces amazing fishing. And once the lake freezes over, it turns into ice fishing, snowmobiling, and I can't forget to mention the Okoboji Winter Games. This event attracts over 40 to 50,000 people depending on the weather. There's something going on here every month of the year, no matter the season. Now, all that activity does come with a catch, especially if you're picturing quiet lake living every single day. Here's a part people don't always expect. For most of the year, you can get anywhere around here in 10 minutes without hitting a single wait. But when summer weekends roll around, that changes fast. Restaurants have a waiting list, boat ramps are packed, and getting in anywhere on a Friday or Saturday night takes some patience. It's not like that Monday through Thursday, it's specifically those summer weekends when everybody's out enjoying the same thing at the same time. And the other thing worth being straight with you about is winter. Winter here can be brutal. We got stretches of negative temperatures, and when you add in 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, the wind chill can drop to 40 below zero. Blizzards happen, then you find yourself waking up extra early the next morning so you have enough time to dig your car out of that snowbank so you're not late to work. Now, this isn't the case every year. In fact, 3 out of the last 4 winters have actually been very mild here in the lakes. For example, snowfall amounts have been minimal. The largest snowfall we had in the lakes area in a 24-hour period in 2025 was 6.5 inches. Heck, Pensacola, Florida recorded 10 inches of snowfall in a 24-hour period in 2025. The lakes area also didn't experience nearly as many of those brutally cold stretches that are common in the area. Here's the thing that large crowds and the frozen winter months actually have in common. Neither one is really a downside. They're both just proof of how good this place actually is. Those summer crowds aren't happening for no reason. They're happening because everybody wants to experience the same lake days lifestyle we just talked about. And that brutal cold isn't wasted either. It's exactly what turns us into snowmobiling and ice fishing country instead of somewhere you're stuck waiting out until spring. The crowds and the cold aren't separate from what makes this area good. They're a direct result of it. Now, many people also make another assumption, and normally they would be right. You'd think living across 6 small towns would mean driving forever just to get groceries or find a mechanic, but that's not how it works here. Spear Lake, Orleans, Wahpeton, Okoboji, Arnold's Park, and Milford are all small on their own. But put them together and you've got everything you need close by. Grocery stores, restaurants, bars, auto mechanic shops, dealerships, power sports, almost anything you can think of. Even industrial businesses and commercial services, all just a short drive no matter which town you land in. So don't let the small town theory scare you. That's what makes this area unique. Everything you need is right here. If any of this already has you curious about what's out there for you, drop a comment below or give me a call or text. I'm happy to guide you in the right direction. Now, beyond the lake itself, the numbers here tend to surprise people too. Lakefront property can get expensive. There's no getting around that. But move even a block off the water and prices come back down to earth fast, with median home prices across areas sitting below the national average. It's not just housing either. Nobody's talking about this, but the overall cost of living across Iowa runs around 9 to 11% lower than the national average. Groceries, utilities, day-to-day expenses, all of it generally costs less here than you're used to. None of that matters much though if the community itself doesn't feel like home. This is still a small town at its core. People actually know each other here, and if you're new, they don't shut you out, they try to pull you in. And that shows up all year long, not just when you move in. There's a steady calendar of community events all year. The kind where you run into the same faces over and over until they stop being strangers and they start being neighbors. That's the kind of thing you can't fake. And it's the reason so many people move here and end up staying for good. And if you've got a family or you're building a career here, the numbers back up the lifestyle too. Dickinson County unemployment rate sits at 2.6%, which is lower than the national average of 4.2%. And the median household income here is just over $75,000. Now, healthcare, industrial, power sports and marine, retail, and tourism and hospitality make up the majority of the job market in the Iowa Great Lakes area. On the academic side, Spirit Lake and Okoboji school districts rate above average, both providing great education, sports, and activities for every child. So no, it's not perfect. You'll wait for a table in July, and you'll shovel snow in January. But even the winters have something going for them. Ice fishing, snowmobiling, that quiet that only comes when a small town slows down. It's a different kind of fun, and honestly, it's part of what makes this place so hard to leave. The people who move here don't end up staying by accident. They stay because once you actually live it, no other place can seem to match it. Whether you're relocating, looking for a second home, or ready to upgrade or downsize, I'd love to be the one who helps you get there. Call or text me, email me, book a call. All my info is in the description. Whatever your next move looks like, let's make it happen together.